Play here at the Emirates Airlines Dubai Sevens, and another look at the USA and Samoa's overall head-to-head stats. Samoa have the edge. However, in that last matchup, it was the USA running out winners in Paris earlier this year. How do you see this one going?
Before the tournament, the USA would definitely come into this favourites, but after their first performance, no doubt they'll be a little bit deflated. They've obviously lost Perry Baker, who's a huge loss. Whereas Samoa, they performed well in their first game against New Zealand. They didn't get the victory, but it was a good performance. So it's a tough call.
USA shock losers, it must be said, in that first game against Argentina. So Pool D is wide open for the time being, that's for sure. As Mark Robinson just mentioned, Perry Baker missing. He did not get through the head injury assessment, so he's out with concussion, which is a huge blow for his side. He is the best sevens player on the planet at the moment, recently crowned, and now watching on from the sidelines.
Yeah, he's the best player on the planet for a reason too. He's a great defender. Now, you switch Carlin Isles in there, he's got a lot of pace, he's exciting, but this is going to be a challenge for him because the Samoans, they're a very physical outfit and they'll be going for him.
Rasta Rasavengi, look at that, 233 matches on the series. He's got a little rat's tail out the back there, Rasta, and can you believe this? He's given it a name. He calls it the rack, the little rat's tail. There were a couple there. Rasta, please. All right, we are ready to go. Game 9. USA v Samoa. It'll be the Samoans who will get us underway. Up the middle, and it's brought in nicely there. Martin Yosefo had some handy touches in the opening loss against Argentina. Here's Isles. Carlin Isles scoops and goes from the back. Carlin Isles looking to outpace the counter defence. In and away. Isles spins out at one, brought down eventually. 5 from the line. Big raid, but then no one can match the pace of Isles from his side, and it's turned over. 5 from the money. Samoa, excellent cover defence there to shut down one of the quickest men in world rugby. And now Isles will have to aim up in defence on this near side. Samoa on the switch there for Mieloi. To the middle, through Seli. Seli floats it long. Looks to wrap around. Samoa happy to go the direct route through Mieloi again. And some space here for Joe Perez. Perez looking to edge away from the chasing pack and does so. Here goes Joe for Samoa, and they strike first.
Tupu just showing his experience there in the middle. He's the ball player for Samoa. He moves the ball well, he reads the game well. Moved the ball to that wide channel and a nice little canter in. One to watch too. You can see Nua likes to get into the channel in terms of defensive line and make tackles and go for ball, but that leaves it open at the back of the pitch. The Samoans like a chip and chase, so I think they'll use that a little bit over the course of the game.
Conversion attempt is a beauty off the feet of Tupou, the captain, and it's 7-zip in favour of the Samoans. Sir Gordon Titchens there, watching on and get his instructions right. Man who would have done a lot of prep work on you over the years, Mark Robinson.
Yeah, he's a very good coach.
Beautifully taken from the restart, and an opportunity for Yosefo to link with Isles, who gets his running lines all mixed up for the moment. Now they come on through Pinkelman. Pinkelman into the Samoan 22. They get a nice shot on it at the breakdown, and another turnover for the Samoans.
For Gordon Titchens, one of the main things you'll see in his team is a very, very fit outfit. He runs them hard over the course of the season and pre-season, and you can see that from the Samoans. They look fit. There's not many hands or knees there. I think they could have a big season.
Kick to touch is okay as well. So they managed to jag that first 5-pointer off the back of some incredible cover defence where they rounded up Carl Niles and put him down. And again, just there, it was Pinkelman who was put down in the nick of time. Tackled in the air at the line out is the call. Can't be doing that. And a pressure-relieving penalty here for the Samoans.
That's one thing about Barrett. He's hugely influential to the team, but he's also a little bit ill-disciplined at times. You see he just pulled on that Samoan's arms, and it is dangerous. If he's landed on his head there, could have been very dangerous.
And now the shape to kick the touch, the tap and go from the captain. He says, let's play on. We've got a little bit of momentum to work with here. The bounce pass across Perez misses the target. It's in a touch. And the USA will get a crack with ball in hand now.
Mialoy there, he's one of the most skillful players for Samoa. He'll be a little bit disappointed. Just tried to zip that ball right across the front to put his winger in a little bit of space, and it just dribbled into touch. So the US get another shot at them. First chance with a little bit of possession.
What can they create here? Oh, they've overthrown the line out, and now Samoa gifted a chance to try and extend their lead here, looking for the late switch and connecting for Perez. The ball from Alasia was a good one. The bobble in tight from Motunga. Pick and go from the back. Mialoy! As he's done time and time again, he's on hand for his side. 12-0 the score.
Joe Perez, an absolute weapon out there on the wing. He's got a long, slow gait, but I tell you what, he covers the ground. Also a very powerful runner. The Samoans, they look like they're playing with real structure. You know, they understand what each other are doing. They've got those inside balls, they're looking for them, but they're also, their support play at the ruck's great. And that just allowed Mialoy to pick up and a nice easy dot over from him. He'll not score many easier.
Put down is good from Mialoy, and the Samoans are all smiles for the moment. Up by 12 against the USA, and again it was USA who came into this game like they did their first today as favourites, but for the moment they are doing it tough against a well-drilled, well-disciplined Samoan team who've made every raid count thus far. Tupou up the middle with the restart taken beautifully by the USA. They scrounge for metres. This better. Nice quick ball for Barrett, who gets it back in field, and it's play on here for the USA. Hughes, Madison Hughes, trying to connect back in field, does so. Lovely hands from the Americans, and look who's on hand who pop it down. It's the big bopper, Danny Barrett.
I was just about to say we haven't seen many barnstorming runs from Big Barrett, and that is how we need to see the US really utilise him in those wide channels, because he sucks in two defenders. He can then offload and it breaks the game up, it creates space. Really good play from the US.
He's always looking to drop someone with either his left or right shoulder with ball in hand. Conversion is on the board. He can't help himself, Danny Barrett.
He's angry on the pitch. You know, even if he's over the try line, if there's something to run into, he'll go for you. He'll go and try to hurt you.
Shrek on hand, taking in the action. Good dress-ups early on day one here in Dubai. That's not going to kick the 10, and right on half-time, the men in blue are going to have a crack at the Americans.
Just when you think they've got a bit of a foothold in the game, and you know that's one of Nua's best assets is his kickoffs. So a little bit disappointing for them there. One last chance for the Samoan to get a little bit of a lead.
Tupou, captain and playmaker, dumbing at the line. Start a set. Now they set their players in motion. Out to the right is Perez. He won't be able to outpace Isles. And Isles goes low and makes a lovely chopping tackle. Neil gets up and goes in for it. Eventually it's knocked on, so that will bring a close to the first half. Rasta Vengi says, that'll do, fellas. Go grab some water. Another look at Carlin Isles getting in and underneath Perez. Telling tackle potentially in the outcome of this game. At half-time, it is Samoa 12, USA 7.
Patient, and when we're going to attack, we just hunt together on those trees, slow the game down to how we want to play it. But be accurate when we run our moves. In a case like that, when Joe was over here to step in, it could have been really good ball for us. We've got to get there a little bit quicker, a little bit quicker. 2 kickoffs has cost us. We've ended up down there. When we're kicking off, we need the ball back. So we suss that out correctly, kick it away from their pods, which is fine, but we look to get up and honeypot around the ball and
get the ball in contact in the threes. They're coming over the top, elbows on the floor. Talk to the referee about that, be vocal about it, but more importantly, our sealer's got to get low and clear them. Get rid of them, be physical, shift it. We decided to play to the outside, we got round the back, and our pivot's in place, and we're on, let's call it, move it, shift it somewhere else. Okay? You need to grasp this by the nettle. Take it by the scruff of the neck, get the ball, keep the ball. It's as simple as that. Okay, one change, back up, you're on. Marty, come up for a breather, let's go. Here we are. Time to make it happen, boys, time to do it.
You hear Mike Friday in there, barking his orders, animated as always, and has been doing some wonderful work over in India leading into this tournament here, giving a hand to the Indian under-17s team, under-17. Essentially, it's a girls' side in their quest to qualify for the Youth Olympics. So Mike Friday spreading the rugby love around the world. Congratulations, Mike Friday. They narrowly missed out yesterday on qualification, but went further than any Indian side ever has in terms of trying to qualify in rugby for the Olympics. So a nice little side note to Mike Friday's week here in Dubai. Now he's going to have to posse up and really ride his men home here. Rasta, he says it's go time for the second 7 minutes of play in this Pool D matchup between the USA and Samoa, and it's going to come back for the USA. Unufe, the super sub, into the game. Hughes for Newer, men in motion out wide, including Pinkelman and Isles. Pinkelman shrugs off one defender, and Isles goes in and cleans out. Hughes now. Here's Thomasin. Bullets a pass for Unufe. Now Barrett. He's just going to go straight at the Samoan defence. Put down 5 out. More excellent goal line defence from the Samoans, and they force the turnover.
Brilliant turnover under pressure. The US were right into their game there. They're spreading the ball left, they're spreading the ball right. They get Barrett exactly where they want him, but a low chop, very effective. They're over ball quickly, and the Samoans win ball back.
It's the 3rd time we have seen Samoans defend 5 from their line and prevent points against them. Mike Friday can't believe it.
Come in, don't delay, don't delay.
And here, Rasta being our referee, calling the Samoans in a little quicker. He wants them to get on with it. He can match it with them in terms of fitness across the 14 minutes, no doubt about that. And he wants some up-tempo footy. Tupou, the captain, bullets the line-out throw to the front. Now they shift wide. Milloy, 1 try already in this one, and the pass is sticking for the moment for the Samoans. Milloy shuffles from scrum half. Selly with a chance to wind up. Holds the ball up beautifully there for Langkild. Selly overruns it initially. Tupou. Milloy comes back for Matunga, one of the harder runners in his Samoan outfit. Selly, showing his skills at the base of the ruck there. Some footwork from Tupou, gets across the park and links with a speedster, who's going to try and beat Newer. Does it in style, Joe Perez. And Samoa grab the first points in the second half.
back to their best. Simple, simple structure. You know what's coming from Samoa. They spread the ball wide. The second from last player tries to stand up the defender, drag him wide, and have the last player coming back on a cut. And it's so difficult to defend because they're big men in the wide channels. See this last one, second from last, wide, you've got over-chasing defenders, you've got a big man coming back on the cut. Very, very difficult to defend when the shoulders are turned as a defender, and he's a big man, Perez, and he's fast.
So unusual to see Folau Nua miss a tackle like that, coming across in cover. And Perez takes all the time in the world to plant that one down. The conversion is good. The margin is 12.
Blue.
Tupou. He's come out and controlled this game wonderfully so far. The hang time on this restart lets his men get through and hustle and hassle the USA, and they force a mistake as well.
Gordon Titchens at half-time, he said to his team, I want you to slow it down a little bit, take your time in between the set plays and be accurate. And you can see that. They look calm, cool and collected, the Samoans. Very, very deliberate in their play, and it's also very effective.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Chasing the finishing shot here, the Samoans. Already up by 12, another score, and you would think
Wait till the ball's in the tunnel.
it'd make it a match-winning lead.
Both of you, wait till the ball's in, please. Crouch. Oh, bind. Sit.
Tupou feeds to the midfield. Nice wrap around there as well from Tupou across to Samoa Toloa. Miloi just lets that one bounce into the hands of Matunga and enables him to get a good run up at it too. The late switch goes into the arms there of the debutant, Jacob Allaire. And a penalty as well here for Samoa. They tap and go. Miloi gets it away. Here's the match. And it's going to go to Samoa, the try scorer, Matunga.
Another cracking try, and we go back to it's simple. That 1-2 cut in the outside channel. It attracts two defenders. There's two bodies on the deck, and then it's just about moving the ball to space.
Tila Miloi, just love watching him go about his work. He's everywhere. He must have been a nightmare to play against for you.
Yeah, he's a threat everywhere he is. But conversely, when we talk about the US and they're effective, we hear the likes of Barrett, you know, we hear Isles, Baker, Anufe. These guys are just not having the ball in their hands, you know, and we're missing that. And they're not able to get a foothold in the game because of that.
Well, this is one of Samoa's better performances in the last 12 months. There's no doubt about that. They're a stop-start kind of an outfit through last season, but if this is what we've got to look forward to in 2018, well, they're going to test the best, no doubt about that. Oh, it's a good shot too from the most recent try scorer, Matunga. Nua dummying. Nua comes back to the near side. And there's a charge from Al Jabori. Takes his side 40 from the line over the top of Nua. Schroeder gets it away. Much better this. Look at the feet coming and the pace as well from Maka Anufe. Anufe goes away and plants it down. 26-12, kick to come.
That is what we're used to seeing. Watch, he gets that ball wide, he drags the defender for that inside step. Once he's through, he's got so much pace, so much feet. He can either go round you, he can step inside you. He's a quality player. But I don't know why we've just not seen as much of that from the US. They've not had the energy. He's come on and brought energy.
Some good pressure from the restart. What about the kick intended for the touchline? Doesn't quite reach it, but they're on the old double play. Samoa Taloa says, that'll do us. And a big win going the way of the Samoans here against the USA. Full time, 26 points to 14, and Samoa look the goods here in Dubai.